Hello and welcome to String Manipulation and Regex in C# 10. I'm Steve Gordon, and in this course I'm going to show you how to master practical techniques for string manipulation and regex. My goal is to help you become productive with using and manipulating strings as rapidly as possible. So with that, let's dive straight into this first module. In this module, you'll learn about the basic features of the string type in C#, the importance of immutability and its impact when working with strings, the basics of string encoding, and I'll introduce you to regular expressions. Later in this course, we'll build upon these foundations by learning about comparing and sorting strings, searching strings, combining and formatting strings, and making manipulation more efficient by using a string builder. Along the way, we'll be sprinkling in some regex to learn about this initially intimidating way to match and manipulate string data. .NET is a framework that evolves rapidly. At the time of recording, the current version of .NET is 6.0. Alongside .NET 6, Microsoft released C# 10, which is the version we'll focus on in this course. I'm using Visual Studio 2022 for this recording, which supports .NET 6. This course covers strings, which have been a core and foundational type in .NET since its very first release. Nearly everything we'll cover also applies to most previous versions of .NET. This course does not specifically cover any of the .NET framework releases. However, most of the string manipulation techniques can still be applied there, and most of the API surface is unchanged. Some newer concepts and language features will not be available, which is something to keep in mind. You can also use an earlier version of Visual Studio as long as it supports your .NET version. It's rare for Microsoft to introduce breaking changes in future releases of .NET, which is good news even if you're watching this course far in the future. The content and demos should generally remain applicable to future .NET versions. So, to recap, Microsoft plans to release a new version of .NET each year. Because strings are a stable and mature concept, they are not expected to evolve significantly. Microsoft maintains strong backward compatibility between their releases, so any changes are likely to be additive and non-breaking. These facts mean that you should be able to apply most of the code and techniques from this course, regardless of which .NET version you're using. This course includes topics ranging from foundational concepts to more advanced subjects. You'll require some experience with .NET to follow along with the demos. We'll be coding in C# during this course, so you'll require some experience of C# to understand the sample code that you'll see. This course focuses on the practical application of string manipulation techniques. If you'd like to go deeper on string implementation details and best practices, then you can also view my course, String Manipulation in C# Best Practices, here on Pluralsight. If you'd like to follow along, you can download the code from the exercise files for this course. The solution relies on .NET 6, so you'll need the latest 6.0 or later SDK installed to build the solution. You can download this from the Microsoft website at dot.net. I'll be using Visual Studio 2022 to develop my solution, but you're free to use whichever IDE or editor that you prefer, as long as it supports .NET 6. I'm very excited to teach you about string manipulation and regex in C# 10, so let's get started on our journey.